From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Monday, December the 2nd, 2019. The indictment charges against Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu were restated at the Knesset today. Attorney General Avichai Mandelblit presented the charge sheet to Knesset Speaker Yuli Edelstein in the three cases against the Prime Minister of bribery, fraud, and breach of trust, and told Edelstein that the 30-day period during which Netanyahu can ask the Knesset for immunity formally begins today. Mandelblit also announced today that the Prime Minister's trial will take place in Jerusalem. A report today by Yisrael Hayom said that Netanyahu's Likud party offered up a rotational deal that would allow Netanyahu to stay in office for 6 months to give him time to accomplish a goal he vowed to see through during his campaign, annexing the Jordan Valley. Blue and White Party leader Benny Gantz seemed to reject this offer. Addressing the Prime Minister at the Knesset today, Gantz said, "We are prepared to allow for a rotation between us as part of a unity government. I will serve for a 2-year term, during which time you can remain at the helm of Likud and take care of your affairs. I assure you," he said, "that we can find the correct status for your unique situation. This will allow you to return should your name be cleared." Netanyahu, meanwhile, spoke over the phone yesterday with U.S. President Donald Trump about the annexation possibility. According to the Kan public broadcaster, Netanyahu said that he and Trump spoke about the historic opportunity we have in the coming months, including recognizing the Jordan Valley as the eastern border of Israel. He told the Jerusalem Post that they also talked about a security pact between Israel and the U.S. The White House said that the leaders discussed the threat from Iran as well as other critical bilateral and regional issues. Gantz, by the way, dismissed the idea of a mutual defense pact with the U.S. He said, "Blue and White, under my leadership, will not support an international agreement that limits Israel's freedom of action and the ability of the IDF to defend the country from the threats it faces." He also stressed his profound appreciation for Israel's strategic relationship with the United States, an ally, he said, that shares our values and interests. Amazon has taken down some shocking items from its website, Christmas ornaments and bottle openers featuring images of the site of the former Auschwitz Nazi death camp. The products were listed on the site among a number of souvenir ornaments from different locations in Poland. They were removed after a request from the Auschwitz Memorial and Museum. A Jewish student leader at McGill University was asked to resign over an upcoming trip to Israel. Jordan Wright, who is a science student, serves on the Student Society of the Montreal School's Legislative Council and Board of Directors. She wrote on Facebook that she is outraged and disgusted by the council's call for her to resign for agreeing to the trip, which is sponsored by the school's Hillel. The trip, by the way, also includes stops in the West Bank. Wright said the Science Executive Committee also gave her an ultimatum: either withdraw from the trip or resign. Wright claims that a fellow council member who is not Jewish, also participating in the trip, did not face any repercussions. Rabbi Ruben Pupko of Canada's Centre for Israel and Jewish Affairs said, "We are once again witnessing misuse of the student government platform to exclude a Jewish student. The SSMU's persistent abuse of power and displays of hostility toward Jewish and pro-Israel students are clearly not representative of McGill's mainstream student population," calling on students to reclaim the council and rebuild an open, tolerant, and inclusive campus environment. Jewish Latina actress Shelley Morrison has died. Morrison, born Rachel Mitrani to Jewish parents from Spain in the Bronx, is best known for her work on Will and Grace as Rosario the Maid. But her career spanned 5 decades, appearing in films like Funny Girl with Barbra Streisand back in the late 60s. Morrison died Sunday at the age of 83. Well, Israeli researchers may have some hope for a particularly deadly form of cancer. Professor Malka Cohen-Armon and her team at Tel Aviv University's Sackler Faculty of Medicine, together with Dr. Talia Golan's team at the Cancer Research Center at Sheba Medical Center, have developed a new treatment that could induce the destruction of pancreatic cancer cells. Their work was recently published in the journal Oncotarget. It has only been tested up until now in mice and shows that with the treatment, 90% of the cancerous cells were reduced after 2 weeks of daily injecting a small molecule, PJ34. Cohen-Armon told the Jerusalem Post in one mouse the tumor completely disappeared. She said human trials could take at least 2 years and that the group will next test the treatment on pigs and then apply for permission from the FDA to administer humans with this molecule, saying that she was optimistic. Taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Monday, December the 2nd at 7 o'clock, it's The Wisdom of Dr. Ruth. At 7:30, film director Shani Rosanes talks about her documentary on the life of Golda Meir, which includes a never-before-seen off-the-record TV interview with Golda. That's on Jewish Cinematheque with Eric Goldman. At 8, former Jewish Agency Chair Natan Sharansky speaks to Ruth Weiss about anti-Semitism, Israel, and Jewish life. At 9, Mark Golub sits down with Rabbi Daniel Hartman, president of the Shalom Hartman Institute in Jerusalem. At 10, it's Mandy Patinkin at the 92nd Street Y. And coming up right after this newscast, Good Week, Israel. And that's the JBS News Update for Monday, December the 2nd, 2019. I'm Teisha Bader.